Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to day one of Mindful, your 10-day journey with Rose Essential Oil to connect deeper with yourself and experience life more fully. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Michelle Berger from Your Vitality Essentials, and I'm so glad that you're joining me over the next 10 days so that we can dive a little bit deeper into our meditation and mindfulness practices, reconnect to our heart space, and just practice more presence in our lives. And of course, we're going to be doing this with the luscious Rose Essential Oil. So my intention for this 10-day journey is simply to raise our vibration and return to love. The last 2 years has provided a plethora of challenges for every single human being on the planet. Nobody has been spared. And on top of everything that has happened, new and devastating events transpire across the globe, and my heart just breaks for all of it. And in these extremely challenging times, Rose is a really powerful collaborator, and it can help return us to our hearts and to love. So on an energetic level, Rose is the oil of divine love, and she has the highest vibrational frequency of all essential oils. As the Queen of Flowers, she supports us on all levels: physical, emotional, energetic, and spiritual. She gets us out of our heads and just back into our hearts, back into our bodies, back into that present moment. And she helps to raise our vibration. She helps us to reconnect to ourselves, to love ourselves, to just be kind and gentle and loving with ourselves. And then once we've really reconnected back to ourself, back to love, we then get to pour all of that loving energy and those high positive vibrations out into the world and to our loved ones. And right now, I'm sure you'll agree with me that the world is in desperate need of more love and positive energy. So over the next 10 days, we're going to journey together with a variety of simple meditation practices paired with rose essential oil. And this will create an aromatic anchor that we can continue to use at any time we need to. Aromatic anchors are a really powerful tool because we can create new scent memories, so that when we're feeling stressed or overwhelmed or triggered by a person or a situation, or we simply want to change our state of being, we can inhale a particular oil that we have made that intention with and combine that with some focused breathing or a meditation or mindfulness practice, and be able to access more positive feelings and states of mind whenever we need to. It's one of my favorite ways to use essential oils. Now, the practices that I will sharing are also some of my favorites, and I use them as part of my self-care rituals. And we'll be using a variety of tools, including visualization, affirmations, toning, chakra balancing, and you'll be able to come back and revisit any that really resonate with you, or you can simply incorporate them into your own practices and rituals. One thing I will note, though, is that these practices are super simple. Some of them will only take a few minutes, and I think the longest video is about 10 minutes. Meditation and mindfulness practices really don't need to be complicated, and while there is many researched benefits to a longer meditation practice, and I try to aim between 15 to 20 minutes a day at the moment, but even a few moments or a few minutes can totally change your state and increase all aspects of your health and well-being, and then that's really amplified if you pair it with essential oils. So each day I'm going to guide you through a practice with Rose, and you may not start to notice that I will guide you in and out of the meditation in pretty much the same way. And I do this because as you do the practice every day, this creates consistency and repetition, and this starts to then create a really safe container that your body starts to recognize as you continue to practice. And it also really helps you to establish and maintain a more regular practice if that's something that you're looking to do. I really encourage you to carve out some time each day for these practices, just to really anchor in. If you can practice at the same time each day, that's another really great way to establish a regular practice. Totally understand if it's not. We are all busy. We all have lots of things that we need to be doing each day, but if you can actually carve out that time each day, it's super helpful. And also creating a space is another really helpful, it's actually a really luscious way to create that regular practice. So again, this doesn't need to be complicated. You may have an altar that you've set up with crystals and oracle cards and candles and all the things, or it could be a favorite chair in your home, a corner in your bedroom with a comfy cushion. So it can be as intricate or as simple as you wish. Now for our practice, please feel free to use your favorite brand of essential oils. I love and use mostly doTERRA essential oils, and that is simply because I love the quality and I have really great results with them. But there are other great quality oils on the market, so please feel free to use your favorite brand. My only recommendation is that you do source a high quality essential oil, particularly with rose. If you see or purchase a really cheap essential oil that is rose, then I can guarantee you that it's not going to be pure, even if it says that on the bottle, and it will be adulterated with pesticides and fillers and non-organic carrier oils and other nasties that you don't want to be inhaling or putting on your skin. So I just really encourage you to do your research when choosing an essential oil brand. If you can't source a 100% pure organic rose essential oil, another option that would be a little bit less expensive would be, say, a certified organic rose essential oil in 10% organic jojoba or other carrier oil, and this will be stated clearly on the label. Again, just really do your research when you're choosing a brand of essential oils, as the higher the quality, the more effective the oils are when using them. The other thing that I just really quickly want to note is that if you are using your essential oils on your skin or topically, I always recommend to dilute them. So if you pop 1 or 2 drops of your rose essential oil in your hand and pair that with a carrier oil. So some great carrier oils for the skin are jojoba, fractionated coconut oil, olive oil, almond oil, apricot oil. So they're all some really great choices. You may also like to do up a roller bottle so that you've got your rose and your carrier oil ready to go. doTERRA actually have a product that is already diluted, ready to go, so that's what I'll be using for our 10 days. Again, it's usually a more affordable option. Another thing that you could do is you could actually just inhale the essential oil straight from the bottle. If you don't want to use it topically, you could pop a couple of drops in a diffuser, so that would be another way to smell the aroma as well. Now, if you just cannot access rose essential oil, some alternatives that you could use is, if you're lucky enough to have roses growing and currently flowering in your garden, you could just actually inhale the aroma straight from the source, or you may want to gift yourself a bunch of roses to use for the 10 days. Another way you could do it is to actually just simply tune into the energetics of rose essential oil, and you would do this by visualizing a rose, its color, noting the shape of the petals, the protective thorns, and just imagining the smell. And this can actually be a really powerful way to experience rose if you don't have the actual oil to use. Or if you really would like to use an essential oil with this practice, some alternatives would be geranium, bergamot, ylang ylang, or frankincense. So you've got a few options there. Okay, so I think I've rambled on enough. So let's get into day 1. And today is going to be super simple. Like I said, these practices don't have to be complicated. And what we're going to do is we're just going to practice a mindful moment. And this is a practice that I use several times a day, just when I need a little reset. And I do that simply by taking an essential oil, which will differ depending on where I am, the situation I'm in, and how I'm feeling. So of course we'll be using rose for today. And then all we're going to do is simply inhale the essential oil. So we will Inhale through the nose, hold our breath for a moment at the top, and exhale through the mouth. And when you do that, you'll pop your rose on your hands, cup your hands over your nose and mouth so you can get that full deep aroma getting into your system. And we're just going to do this 6 times. Okay, so just starting, take a couple of moments to get comfortable. If you're sitting, just gently draw up your spine. You may even like to lie down. Okay, we're just going to take our rose and pop some on our hands. And gently rub that together. And then we're going to cup our hands over our nose and mouth, and we'll breathe together. I'm just sitting here for a few moments, just letting the aroma permeate through your system. Letting your breath go back to its normal, natural rhythm. And then when you're ready, coming back into this space. Just notice how you're feeling. Is there any change in your state just from taking those simple breaths with our beautiful rose essential oil? Now you may actually like to work with rose throughout today as part of your practice, so you could actually take those mindful moments several times throughout your day just when you feel like you are needing a bit of a reset. And or you could pop some in a diffuser, or you could even just again take the rose and smell it straight from the bottle. Please feel free to share anything that you have experienced in the comments below, and I will see you back here again for day 2